Well, I saw a post on Facebook was being shared on with one of my friends on Facebook, and it was originally it was banned post, so it was being shared, reshared, so there are many shares, and it talks about the commemoration, because today is the commemoration of martial law. It's the 49th commemoration day of martial law. So uh, they have here why we never forget, hashtag never forget martial law in numbers. As you can see on your screen, we have the handprint and then the bloodstain written as the hashtag never forget. Basically they wanted to portray the victims and the innocent blood being shed during martial law. And then martial law in numbers, then we have the exclamation mark, we have the name BAM, means to say it's from Bam Aquino. Now it talks about 70,000 people who are being detained and 34,000 people tortured and 3,420 victims of salvage, and we have 398 enforced disappearances from 1965 to 1986. And then Marcos seated 20 years in power, 9 years under martial law, and we have 75,730 people who filed a case against Marcos to the human rights. And then we have 464 closed media outlets, and allegedly there were our national debts reached 395.51 billion pesos. I do not know how much is that if you are going to have that one today. And then 683 million worth of Marcos assets in various Swiss banks, and then 2.3 billion pesos construction that they only finished paying that one in 2007. Now let us try to understand the detaining and the torture and the salvages and disappearances of these people, because why they were detained. So you have to provide the information why they were being detained, because I believe that a person will be detained if he violates a rule. Okay, so but nevertheless a person will never be detained more than 24 hours, because it's a violation of the law. So how long were these people were detained? Okay, maybe 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, or forever detained and never to be found. And then as you can see, we have 70,000 people detained. If they are forced to, then why there is so few disappearances? 398. Supposedly it should be higher, maybe 50%. And then 34,000 people were tortured. Basically, I think this came from the 70,000 people who were being detained. Especially when you are going to resist arrest from the police, you will be suppressed by force. So if the person claims to be being tortured by the police, then you are going to record that one, then you can count that one as torture. Like for example, someone died by accident, and then afterwards when he tested positive, so allegedly tested positive of the COVID, and then the cause of death is COVID-19. That's really ridiculous. Next we have 3,420 victims of salvage. Let us try to understand who did the acts of salvaging someone, because I believe the NPA also had done the same thing during Marcos' time. But are we going to credit the salvage done by the Communist Party to the government? Or so you have to present that one, who did the salvaging, because this is really broad. The presentation in numbers is really broad. You only gave us the numbers, and yet you did not presented the facts behind the numbers. So we can do mathematics, we can do basic mathematics. So I do not think you can fool us with the numbers. Okay, but I am not saying I respected the post, but you have to present the facts. Next we have 398. For so many people who were being detained, why there were so few were being disappeared, being enforced to disappear. They are forced to disappear, or maybe someone asked, kill this man and make him disappear. So who are these people? You provide us the names so that we will know, so that we can also read the names of these people. Okay. Next we have 20 years in power. Marcos stayed for 20 years. Now, as you can see, before the 1987 Constitution, the president was given as many re-election as he wants, as long as the people are going to vote for the same person as president. So, Ferdinand Marcos was elected president before he declared martial law. During martial law, I think that's the time when the insurgency is already being felt by the government, and the government has the mandate to protect the people, protect its citizens. So I think it's lawful for Marcos to declare martial law, and in the first place, he is not the only person who declared it. He asked the Congress to give him the power to declare martial law. So why is it that Marcos was the only person being blamed? So next we have 75,730 people who filed to the human rights. Really, what happened to these human rights cases? What does the court speak about this one? So you have to provide us with the facts. How many cases was being solved with the human rights claims? Okay, so present us that one also. Next we have 464 closed media outlets. Well, why were they closed? In the same manner, when ABS-CBN was closed in the second time, we people knew exactly why. Even the management knew why, and they were trying to spoke of and harboring sympathy to people, like we are being suppressed, we are our democracy, our freedom was taken from us, the freedom of the press was being suppressed by this authoritarian regime of Duterte. So I think you have to present also the reason why these media's 464 media outlets were being closed, because you can present numbers, but we need facts. We are no longer the same people. When you wanted us to eat this, we eat that. No, we don't. Provide us the facts behind the numbers. As you can see, we also have the monetary things. To clarify troubled thoughts, I am not against the people who cry foul against martial law. Neither I am pro martial law. I am not pro Marcos. I only knew of what he did, but I never had the first knowledge of him and the projects he had. Only saw the output. But before we are going to speak ill against the martial law or against anyone, because this is Marcos was being accused for many years already that he had done so much atrocities to the people in the Philippines, as if he is capable of allowing you to live and allowing you not to live. So before we are going to open our mouth in such regard, I wanted us to take a pause and think about, there is another part of the government. We have the Supreme Court. We have a functional judiciary system in our country. What did the Supreme Court speak of these allegations? Because I believe that the judges, the law practitioners are not biased really. They do not base their judgment on feelings. They always base their judgment on facts. Meaning, whatever you are going to say and you cannot provide the facts, it's nonsense. So in the same manner, if these people can provide us facts of what they were claiming in the post, then we can talk. We can really talk, and then we can discuss things like, oh, really, he really did that. But if the court never said so, because I believe that they are highly intellectual people. No, they are not intimidated with anything. They are proud, intelligent people. You see, let them speak. Let the court speak for itself relating to these allegations, and then you can provide us, because you were the one who claimed about these things that Marcos had done during martial law. So you provide us the facts behind the numbers, and then maybe we can talk. So as of the moment, if you could not, then I do not think we are going to, we can claim as many as we can, but without facts, it's nothing. I am very sorry, but I welcome. I'm going to wait someone in the comment section to present to me the facts, the evidences of these claims, of these accusations. Well, that would be all. Bye.